Hey there guys and gals, this is the X-Shot Regenerator, and it is basically X-Shot's counter to the entire Modulus series. There are everything you could possibly need for this one blaster is in this box, which is awesome. Now, if you're looking for the Regenerator, the X-Shot website had said previously that this was going to be a Sam's Club exclusive, but if you actually go to Sam's Club to find it, you will not. You will not find it in the store. You will not find it online on Sam's Club because for some reason, even though this and the other magazine-fed X-Shot blasters, there's a 2-pack of the Hurricane and the Max Attack, were supposed to come out together. They're supposed to be Sam's Club exclusives. They're both actually Walmart online-only exclusives, which is a little weird. I know that Sam's Club and Walmart are the same company. Yes, but it's a little weird to say like, oh, they're going to be Sam's Club exclusives, but release them in the other store exclusively and online. Like, you can't go to the store and find a Regenerator, to the best of my knowledge. Maybe you can, and I just missed that. But we're going to pop this baby open, and I'm super excited just to mess with all of this cool stuff, because buying Modulus parts is expensive. And this guy is at a very reasonable price, comparatively speaking. To buy everything that you would need in this set from a Modulus set would be a buttload of money, like a metric buttload. And then you get everything here, which is great. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So now that all of that is out of the way, I want to show you guys something I didn't get a chance to show you before, and that is all the specific attachments. And it has the names of them if you wanted to use the true names. But basically this is different ways that you can add on all the attachments. So what you get is there's a dart clip system, and if you will notice, this is the dart clip that comes with the Regenerator. It looks a bit familiar because it is actually the same exact clip that comes with a Swarm Seeker, and it feeds in the same way, sideways. So what do you get in this package? Along with the blaster itself, you get a stock, and it has a slightly different attachment system than Nerf products do. But you get a stock, slide on, doesn't slide off until you hit the button. Oh, maybe not, it's not snapped in all the way. Yes, it is. Hold the button to take off. You get 2 different kinds of scope. So there's this one, which slides onto the tactical rail up here. So you guys can see down there, maybe a little bit. This is actually the end of the prime, so you don't have to use this. It is hollow like a bell on the bottom. You don't have to use this because you can prime like that, but it's probably going to be better and easier if you screw this in to the priming handle. Again, I'm not a lefty, so this is going to be more difficult than you guys think. You gotta like get the groove just right, huh? Let me switch hands. It'll be easier for me to do it this way. Oh, I see. You also have to fit it in correctly, which I am not doing. There we go. That makes it easier to prime. Much easier to prime, like way easier to prime. You get 2 extra clips to use to put darts on, and you can snap them anywhere there is this blue rail. So there's 4 blue rails, 2 in the front, 1, 2 on the stock. You want to keep all your ammo together. I'm just going to clip them on up here for now. And instead of clipping on, I lied to you, just slide them. That way you can remove them and bring them with you. So like you can put them on the stock if you intend to keep the stock together. But if you don't, then you might as well slide them off and just keep them on the gun itself. So I'm probably going to end up keeping them on the gun itself because it's easier. There's also 3 slots in the stock for more ammo. But in addition, the stock can also, if I get this right, here we go. You can also hold the clip in the stock, which is super cool. I'm sure that's been done before, but this is the first time I'm getting to mess with it, so I'm excited. You get a tripod extension, which I believe in order to use, you have to use this barrel, so you can make it into a sniper rifle, if you will. And it snaps right in, snapped out. If this barrel is attached, then you can just go easy peasy like this, snap. And you'd probably remove this. It would be easier, much easier. Just spin this off. And now my Regenerator is a rifle. As opposed to, I mean, it was a rifle before, but now it's an assault rifle. And this pivots a little bit. It's not a lot of the pivot. In addition, you could also put this muzzle on, which looks more like a, you can actually put the muzzle on top of the muzzle if you really wanted to. And then you could put the clips on here and have even more shots. Now it looks like a true sniper rifle. But what you can do even sillier than that is you can snap a sight on top of your sight if you wanted to, which is just like the possibilities for making this gun your own. Like I could slide it down way over here, and now it's that, and keep this little one way over here. Like, there are so many possibilities for ridiculous stuff with this gun, and I'm super excited to mess around with it. I was like, oh no, did I break it? No, it's less fragile than you think. But one thing I wanted to try while I have all these attachments here, I'm gonna pop that off, unscrew this, take the stock off, take this off. We're gonna try to see if this Busby rail adapter will actually help us out. So, too big, and also it stays on kind of. It's a little too big. But I could even strap another scope on if I wanted to. There's no real point to it, but it'd be fine. No, it sits on the same rail, it looks like. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it sits on the same rail that the Busby one takes, so that won't help me. Well, we'll just have to see when I open something else if this rail adapter will help. But so far it doesn't seem to help for the Alpha Rogue, which is an Adventure Force, but I believe is actually a Busby. Because, as you know, Walmart gets to write whatever they want on Adventure Force stuff. Like, literally whatever they want. So just basic setup right now, we're actually going to use, since it's already loaded with X-Shot darts, we're just going to make sure it fires, and if it has slam fire, so you just load them in. One problem that is definitely going to exist, which is the same as with the Swarm Seeker, is you kind of push it in until it stops just a little bit, and then you kind of wing it from there. Like it's not really that, it doesn't, there's no, like you can keep going and it pushes out the other side. You just gotta get a feel for it to know where to stop the magnet on that first slot. So we're gonna prime. Saw the clip moved, that's good. Firing, seems to work. Why not? I said before they were both muzzles, but clearly this is a muzzle and this is a barrel extender, I believe. I don't know, as many people who have been on this channel recently know, I don't know too much about rail guns, to be honest with you. Seems to be firing with that. What about with the barrel extender? Ooh. That one seems to like actually be forcing them out faster, which is kind of cool. We're gonna try slam firing. So I'm holding the trigger. You can slam fire it, but it is quite weak. I've noticed that seems to be a trait of a lot of the X shotguns that do have slam fire, where it's just very weak. So I don't actually recommend using slam fire on X shotguns, even if they have it. I don't know if I've just been getting duds nonstop or what, but it seems like X shotguns have a very, very weak system for slam fire. Just want to show you guys what the stock looks like when it's fully loaded with darts. One thing you want to keep in mind though is if you are going to keep darts in the 3 slots that are in the stock, remember to put on the if you want to put these on as well, the little dart holders, you're going to have to slide them on first because the darts in here will get in the way because the lock is towards those 3 darts, as you can see on both sides essentially. This is actually backwards. It'll be on the gun like this. They slide towards those 3 darts. There we go. So this is all set and ready to go. It has a bunch of X-shot darts in it. In addition to all those, you can also slide this puppy in. Now, it won't go in the wrong way. You do have to follow the arrows on it. There are arrows on it. So you gotta put it in like so. It won't go in the other way because the darts will be in the way. Just put it in like this, snap, and this is a fully stocked. It's got 1 extra clip, 10 darts here, another 3 there. That's enough for another reload of a clip if you happen to have one. Now I have 4 clips, which is great. One thing I do want to try, the Swarm Seekers did not have any extra space, like to put different darts in, so they would not fire other darts. You had to stick with X-shot darts, which is not a problem for me because I have a ton of X-shot darts, like an absolute ton, and they always give you a ton. Almost forgot to do the math for this one. They give you 48 darts, and the max capacity of this guy out the box with the 2 clips would be 20 here, plus 5 and 5 is 30 on these guys, plus the 3 would be 33 max is what it can hold, but they give you a whole bunch extra, so you're getting 48, and that's awesome of them. Thank you, X-shot. X-shot like knows how to make you feel good about a purchase. Even if all the features of the gun aren't that great, like Slamfire, clearly not that good, it doesn't matter because you still feel good with the purchase. I'm just gonna load up these 3 clips. Now you'll notice I said clips. That is in fact true. These are clips as opposed to magazines. So the box has the icon of a banana mag on it. Now that all 3 of these new clips are loaded, you'll see I have AccuStrike darts, I have waffle darts, and I have elite darts and various elite clones. My guess is that these 2, the AccuStrike and the waffle dart, will definitely not fire. And my hunch is that the elite darts may fire. But we're just gonna load them up and find out. Remember to follow the arrows. There is room for them. That's cool. They did not fit in the Swarm Seeker at all. They immediately stuck to the front. Let's move these guys out the way. Actually, what I should do to make this easier for myself is to put this bad boy on. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Angle it down a little bit. This is easy peasy now. I don't think this would be very stable, to be honest, though, but let's see. We loaded one. It actually fired AccuStrike darts. I was not expecting that at all. Let's see if it fires waffle darts. This would be even better than the Swarm Seekers. I actually really like the Swarm Seekers, but this would be even better if it took all the darts. Looks like There is just enough room for the waffle darts. Oh wow, this is going to be great. It actually fires the waffle darts. I was not expecting that in the least. So my guesses were wrong. Let's see if my hunch was wrong. Probably not. At this point, since the elite darts are smaller than AccuStrike and they're not as sticky, I suspect they'll fire all out fine as well. The elite darts are actually the ones getting stuck. The elite darts are, yeah, I don't want to jam anybody in there, but the elite darts are the ones who get stuck. That's crazy. That's never happened before where elites didn't work, but AccuStrike did and waffle darts did. Whoa, that just blew my mind. Was definitely not expecting that. Definitely was not expecting that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The only thing left for us to do is check this blaster out on the firing range. So we're gonna jump over to that in a little bit, and I'll see you guys and gals over there. So until then. Hey there guys and gals. One thing you're gonna notice is that I lowered where the camcorder is so that you're a little bit closer to the actual view. But the thing about the Regenerator is that it's customizable. So there's many, many parts to it. So I'm gonna do first, just to test things, to see how different it is, and then I'm gonna take a clip full of X-Shot darts, as you can see. Okay, so the whole thing about the Regenerator is how customizable it is. So we're gonna fire 2 darts of just straight X-Shot darts with both of these attached. Then we're gonna fire 2 darts with just that attached. Then we're gonna fire 2 darts with just that attached. Then we're gonna fire the rest of them with nothing attached and see if it changes at all, like the trajectory or anything like that. This will be a good test of how accurate it is by default before we move on to the scopes. And remember that this thing has 2 scopes, so we're going to try them both. All right, priming for the first time. We are primed. It has its own sight without, like there's an iron sight, or in this case a plastic sight. I'm going to be firing for the blue can all the way on the left first. This is with both the muzzle and the barrel extender. Came out a little low. So it comes out a little low with both the muzzle and the barrel extender. Now we're firing with just the muzzle. 2 shots. It still fires a bit low. That one was like spot on though, but I did lift up a bit. Now I'm gonna put the barrel extender on instead of the muzzle. I'm going to shoot for the can all the way on the left now, see if it drops any lower. Seems like it almost always just wants to drop the shot. This is with no muzzle extender, no barrel extender, just a straight up Regenerator. And I'm still shooting for that can on the left. They're coming out to the left. That one went straight. So it seems like if you don't put any attachment on it, they shoot out mostly to the left side of the gun, which is a little weird. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fire 3 shots with looking through this scope, the small scope. Put that on until it snaps, so it's like right in the middle. Then we're going to fire 3 with the long scope. And then we're going to fire the rest of the clip of the darts with nothing. And we'll see how accurate it is. So this is going to be another clip of X-Shot darts with the tiny scope. And again, shooting for that can way on the left, all by itself. Let's see how accurate this scope is. That was spot on. Wasn't expecting that at all. Now, that tower that just got knocked out of the way, I'm going to use this scope to try and hit the top can on it. Shot out way far to the left. We're going to switch scopes to the long scope now. Again, we're going to try and hit that top can. Scope is very, very inaccurate because I had no idea where any of those shots went. Then for the final 4 shots in this X shot clip, we're just gonna see if we can hit that top can. That was not where I thought I was aiming at all. This gun is pretty inaccurate. And also we've seen at this point that both of the scopes aren't for actual use. They're just to make you feel cool. So next up, we're going to use AccuStrike darts, which are these bad boys. And we're going to try firing them 2 darts with both attachments, 2 darts with 1 attachment, 2 darts with just this attachment, and then the rest of them will be just the gun itself. I am loading up. We're going to try and hit this half-destroyed tower now. Using the iron sights as a guide, it's still shooting super low. Taking off the barrel extender. Much more accurate with just the muzzle. But still, that wasn't exactly where I was shooting. Alright, so a lot more accurate with just the muzzle. Now switching to the barrel extender. Same thing, trying to aim for this set of cans. Very low, very low. That one was spot on. Seems like it depends on how well you slam them into the magazine, I guess. Though it doesn't seem like there's any leeway on any of these remaining darts. Alright, let's see if we can take out the rest of this tower. You gotta aim up real well with this blaster. It seems like what's happening here is all the darts are coming out and going low immediately. For the final clip that we'll be testing out, we're going to be using waffle darts, as you can see here. Same thing, 2 shots with both attached, 2 shots with just that attached, 2 shots with that attached, and then the rest of the shots are nothing. Loading up now. I'm going to try and take out this foreground set of 6. Very low. Very, very low. Switching to just the muzzle. Even lower. Switching to the barrel extension. I aimed way high up on that, and it shot off to the left. So even with the waffle darts, it is shooting off to the left for some strange reason. All right, final 4 darts. All right, so what do I like about this? I love the fact that it's customizable. Like, you can do silly stuff like this, like, oh, maybe I want to leave my tripod this way. You may never know. I like the idea of stock attachment. This is one of the only stock attachments that, in my opinion, is actually almost right for me. Almost. It's still a little short, but it's a toy. It's not supposed to be correct. The fact that I can put my tripod over here is kind So we have to put a different scope here than I can up here. So there's multiple scopes. You make it feel like you're in a video game, like, yeah, this is my short scope, this is my long scope, that kind of deal. What I don't like about it is, it's cool and all that now there are more X-Shot guns that are using slam fire. It just stinks that the slam fire on the majority of the blasters that actually use it is garbage. Like, it's only useful if you're like right on top of someone. You want to make sure, like if you snuck up on them and you're afraid that you're gonna miss, even though the barrel of your gun is right next to them, like that's the only time to be using your weak slam fire. So like, I don't think that all the guns I've gotten are duds. I just think that's the way they are. Also, I'm a little surprised that no matter what, this particular Regenerator is shooting out and to the left, also down. Down, I understand. If it's weak when it slam fires, there's a chance it's also going to be weak while it's regularly firing. So it seems like the mechanisms in here are not that strong. I don't think this would go as far as a Nerf gun. Like if I just fired it up to see how far it would go, I don't think it would go as far as a regular Nerf gun, which makes sense somewhat because generally speaking, the Nerf guns say on their boxes like go 90 feet, but X-Shot's guns generally say they go 80 feet. And I don't think they go a full 80 feet because I'm about 20 feet away and I am firing down on an angle, yes, but it still doesn't seem like it would go that far. All my darts are coming out either straight to the left or just down. Yeah, I don't think this is a very powerful blaster. You're gonna have to aim up and to the right of whatever you want to hit because all the darts are coming out down to the left. Though every once in a while it'll fire one out perfectly straight, and I don't know what's causing that. I would like to know, however, because that would be super helpful. But anyway, I'm pleased with the purchase because like to get all these parts, if you had a regular Nerf gun, would probably cost you hundreds of dollars. So it's nice that you get the option to do whatever you want with the blaster right out the box. And comparatively speaking, like compared to a Nerf gun, like it's like a quarter of the price that you would have to pay for all the attachments. Now, it may not work as well, but it's a blast to play with. And look at this stock. I think the stock is actually the coolest part of it. Not necessarily just because it holds all these extra darts. Like these are clips that you can put anywhere that there's a rail. So like if I wanted to, I could unclip and then stick it on the front. Like it doesn't really matter where you go with them. It's just I happen to put them on the stock because I think that makes the most sense. I also think if X-Shot just like started to release the extra parts, like if they released an extra set of clips that you could put on their rails, that would be super cool, and they could do that in the future. X-Shot is generally pretty generous with what they're giving out, so I'm pretty sure they won't do that, but that would be great. There might be another blaster down the line that uses that. This box said that their clip system was new, but it's actually part of the Swarm Seekers. That's why I have 4 clips. I have 2 Swarm Seekers. But it's cool that they use the same thing. I'd like, it would be better if it was a universal magazine so you could use it with any blaster, but the fact that you can use it between X-Shot blasters is really nice. And yeah, that's what I think of the Regenerator. I have one more X-Shot gun that I don't currently own, but I would like to get. Well, actually, it's a set of 2. I mentioned them previously. After that, I don't think there's any more X-Shot guns that I'm really all that into.